So the Super Bowl was decided in very controversial circumstances. In this video, I'm going to read out to you what I posted on the Discord server. More information about that in the info box below. This is just the basics, but there's enough here that I think if you have eyes to see, you'll realize that when people say that this stuff is scripted, they may be onto something. They may also be missing the bigger picture. So let's take a look at what I posted. The Super Bowl, which just concluded an hour or two ago, was decided in controversial fashion by a holding call on number 24, who had allegedly held number 9. What happens when you add those two numbers together? You may recall my article about Sun's hat-trick in the first round of the EPL matches following their week off to commemorate the passing of the Queen. This is from a mainstream news article from the time. Replacing Richarlison on 59 minutes, Sun curled an unstoppable right-footed shot into the top corner for his first goal at the 73rd minute. He then scored 2 more goals. So he scored a hat-trick in the 7th game of the EPL season. He wears number 7. You might be wondering, how is the English Premier League somehow relevant to the American football, to the NFL, to their Super Bowl? I'm going to explain that to you. So, just bear with me. Sun, a few months ago, in the 7th game of the EPL, following the commemoration of the Queen's passing, he comes onto the ground. He scored no goals in the first 6 games of the season. He was benched. He then comes on after the commemoration of the Queen. He scores a hat-trick. He scores 3 goals, the first of which was in the 73rd minute of that match. Once again, he was wearing number 7. So, bear in mind the 73. This is the article. You don't need to read the article. I'll just give the most important information here. The 2023 Super Bowl ended on scores of 38 versus 35, i.e. 73 total points. After the scores were level on 35-35, the Chiefs went for a field goal to take the lead with very little time remaining. The field goal kicker was this guy, Butker. He wears number 7, and a field goal is worth 3 points. So in other words, the match that just concluded in very controversial circumstances, the final goal, the final play that scored, was a 3-point field goal that was kicked by number 7. So you can see the 3 and the 7. Bear in mind, this guy's Sun in the EPL, in the 7th match of the season that's currently going, he scored 3 goals while wearing number 7. So 3 scores for number 7, 3 points to win the match by number 7. This guy scored his first of his 3 goals in the 73rd minute. This guy, when he scored his field goal, took the total match points to 73 points. So the game was decided by a penalty after number 24 was said to have infringed on number 9, which takes the total to 33 points. Some people don't find 33 very significant. Maybe you do. That's up to you. What matters is the field goal was 3 points by player number 7. The game then ended on 38-35, i.e. 73 points. So you have the infringement, total combined number of players of 33, leading to number 7 kicking 3-point goal, leading to a total score of 73. Now take a look at these scores quarter by quarter. 7 plays 7, then the Chiefs kick 7, the Eagles kick 17. The Chiefs kick another 7, that's 3 sevens in a row, and in the 3rd quarter, what do you know? The Eagles score 3 points. So there's another 3-7. In the final quarter, as we've just discussed, we saw the number 7, to finish the match, kick his 3-point goal. Now, do I see these kinds of things as any proof that anything is scripted? No, just bear with me. I don't see it being scripted the way that many conspiracy people do. I think there's something much bigger going on. Now, I perhaps ought to have mentioned that Sun, from the EPL, the guy who scored the hat-trick, he kicked his 3 goals while wearing his number 7. He kicked all 3 of those goals just after the crowd, all of the crowd at the stadium, a 60,000 person stadium, had applauded in the 70th minute to commemorate the Queen. It was her passing that led to the postponement of round 7 of the EPL. I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's go and take a look at this. So they played the first 6 rounds like normal. This is the EPL. Then the Queen passed away. So the EPL, they postponed round 7. That is why it was round 8 where Sun scored his hat-trick. That was the 7th actual match of the season. They postponed round number 7 due to the passing of the Queen. Now, why would any of this matter to anybody? Well, just a week or so after Son's hat-trick, wearing number 7, scoring 3 goals. The Australian Football League had their grand final, which is the Australian version of a Super Bowl. It's a huge event. Even people who don't really care about football, they will go to barbecues or they will go to events to partake in the festivities of the grand final, much like the Super Bowl. Well, I happened to notice this 7-3 thing with Son, and that's what led to me writing this article for johnlebon.com. Some of you have read it because you have access to johnlebon.com, some of you haven't. What matters is that you've seen the 7 and the 3, you get a basic idea of why it was important to me. So leading into this grand final, I noticed that there was a player, number 7, for Geelong. Now, he went on in that grand final, just a week or two after Son's heroics in his football match. This guy, at the age of 33, would score 3 goals and be awarded the Norm Smith Medal, which is the most valuable player. So are you following me here? In September of last year, in the 7th match of the EPL, player number 7 scores 3 goals. Shortly after that, in the Australian Football League's version of the Super Bowl, the closest thing that we have, it's very similar, really. Very different sports, but the idea of the spectacle, the biggest day, the biggest game of the season, same idea. Why Isaac Smith, wearing number 7, scores 3 goals. And he's not even a forward. He's really more of a winger, maybe a half forward at best. Doesn't really score 3 goals very often, but in this match he did, wearing number 7. Number 7 scores 3 goals in the Australian Football League Grand Final. So we have in September, Son, wearing number 7, scores his first 3 goals of the season. Scored nothing for the first 6 rounds. In the 7th match, he scores 3 goals. After coming on, late in the game, the crowd do their 70th minute commemoration of the Queen, who had just passed away. And then Son scores 3 goals, the first of which was in the 73rd minute. A week or two later, Isaac Smith in the Australian Football League. So that's the EPL's in England. This guy is in Australia, in the grand final, wearing number 7. He scores 3 goals at the age of 33 and is awarded the Norm Smith Medal, which is the most valuable player. Now let's fast forward, shall we, to the match that just concluded just a moment ago. Number 7 scores a 3-point field goal to win the match for the Chiefs. Takes the total points to 73. That came after a penalty on number 24 for holding number 9, which adds to 33. If everything that I've just said to you seems crazy, then you are subscribed to the wrong YouTube channel. You're better off just unsubscribing. What I've told you here is only the tip of the iceberg, and if you're on the JLB Discord server, I recommend you go and check it out. There's more information in this channel and in the article that I spoke about, and lots of content that I've been building there for the last 8 years. If you're not a member of johnlebon.com, you want to make sure you join the free JLB mailing list, because if and when membership opens again to potential future members of the website, you'll find out through the mailing list. You can't join right now, it is closed, and I said last year I would close it, but I did say I might open it again, and maybe I will. And if you want access to this kind of information, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, then you want to make sure you're on the free JLB mailing list. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that this stuff is crazy? And if you do, what if I told you that maybe there are some people who can use this information to, in one way or another, improve their lifestyle? I'll leave it there. Put your comments in the comment section below. Go and check that free mailing list. It takes 10 seconds to join. If you're already a member of johnlebon.com, go and check out the Discord server. There's more information waiting for you right now. And no matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing, I hope you have a great day, a fantastic day, a lovely day, and enjoy this beautiful world for what it is. Some people say that it's all scripted. And when you see enough evidence like this, you can't help but wonder.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.